Hi, welcome to Conversion Conversations. This is Cameron, and today I'm taking a look at a third-party Transformers figure. Here is Mastermind Creations Reformatted, they call him Mors, but it is Helex from the Transformers IDW comics from the Decepticon Justice Division, and he looks magnificent. You might be wondering what he transforms to. Well, whatever it is big and bulky and mean. It's like some sort of tank thing, right, with turrets and big engines and a pretty cool little, like, see-through, windshield up here. I really dig this look. It's just alien and everything that I want in a crazy alien transforming vehicle. He does have treads. We can notice that he rolls on casters pretty well. He's got a set of casters here and a set of casters here, and he rolls just fine on those. In terms of articulation in this mode, it's really just these guns. Most people are probably not getting him for the vehicle mode, but it is here and it's very big. I mean, to me, this is like a commander class sized figure. Here he is next to the rest of the DJD that we have right now. So here he is next to Tarn, and then we've got Voss, and we've got Kaon right here. I think for now I'm just going to show them the alt mode comparison, and then I will do the team comparison in bot mode once I do Tesserus's video in next week. So if you're watching this after the week it's come out, you can go check out how the whole team looks like with Tesserus, because I already have him. But yeah, Mors looks awesome. I like these spikes here. I think that purplish metal paint looks really lovely. Love that grill. The pink really works for me, that pink and purple color. Yeah, he's just a big, mean, lumbering machine. To compare him to a random deluxe, here he is next to a deluxe car. This is what I'm talking about when I say that he is just absolutely massive. I'm really happy with this figure. Alright, so let's get him transformed. To start out, we are going to remove the guns from the sides here. They peg in on these clips, or clip in rather. We're just going to set them aside right now. Next, we're going to come in on the back, and we have a panel here that we're going to flip up on each side. And then there is another panel for us to flip in. That lets us separate out from the back this rear hood piece. We can flip up the back of these pieces, these clipped in down on his feet here, but we can move that up and out of the way. And then we want to separate this engine piece, clips into the side of his ankle. We can separate that out on each side like so, no problem. So with those separated out, we now have his major chunks. I like to start at his feet. We kind of just rotate the engines up and out of the way. And for the feet, we're going to open up this bottom piece here, which lets us roll out the toe like so. And we get what is a big stomping foot right there. Same thing on the other side. Bring down this piece, bring the toe out, come back, and we can get things stood up. I'm going to need to move this camera up already. There we go. And what I will say is, for such a big figure and something that is so chunky and nice to play with, I do like how simple this transformation ends up being. So we've separated out the feet and the shin pieces, the kneecaps. We're going to come in, and the back of his leg is attached on this double joint. We're going to just bring this down and separate it by pushing down on these treads. It pushes them out into the sides so we can straighten up the leg like so. Same thing on this side. Again, we push down on the treads, lets us bring his knee up and get it out of the way. And again, he's got these big feet, so he can be very, very stable as we maneuver him around. We're going to turn around this way, and we're going to come in up top here. We're going to bring down this piece, which shows us his like faux cockpit and his head. And we are going to bring up these treads and pull out his inner arms on his torso. Those are just tucked away, nice and neat. And with those out of the way, now we can bring down and in his forward tread pieces, and they tuck away nice and securely away in his chest piece. So you bring it down, you flip it 90 degrees, and then it's on a double hinge here that you can just rotate in. Get those put away like so. With that done, we can open up his cockpit, which has a clip on the back here that we... Sometimes I struggle to get my nail in where it... There we go, needs to be. So we open up the cockpit, revealing his head. We can swivel around that headpiece, and then we close it back up again, making sure that we get these tabs into these slots here, like so. We flip it 180 and we close it back up, and there we can see his head and torso basically done. The last thing is just these arms. To do the arms, we're going to close up these clips that attached his arms to his legs. We rotate at this joint 180 degrees, like so, on each side. And then we come in on the arm, and there is, this is another one that I kind of struggled to get my finger in the right spot, but there is essentially a panel on each side of this wrist piece that we can open up. There we go, like so. Open it up on this side also, like so. Flip things around and we get a big old crushing fist. Same thing on this end. Open, open, flip the engine intake around, get a fist, and then we just flip this waist. We can bring his backpack up, make it nice and secure. And here is Reformatted R-43 Mors, and he looks amazing. I mean, this to me looks like a member of the DJD walked off the screen. Helex here looks exactly like how he did in the comic book pages, and I love every bit of him. We can take these guns now that they're off. We can take them and we can re-secure them at, we took them off this front piece. We can re-secure them at this back piece, no problem. Same thing on this side. But yeah, he looks awesome. He's big and menacing. Again, he is just massive. Here he is next to a deluxe car. He and Tesserus are just the big bruisers of the DJD, and they both really feel like it, which makes me happy. In terms of articulation, so we've got good head tilt there. He can look up really, really far. He can look down. His chin kind of gets in the way, but you can get things around to have him looking down. You can go 360 on this arm piece. It's got waggle here. It's got a shoulder lift. And the engine here waggles out of the way so nothing collides here, which I really appreciate. We've got, I thought we had, there is a, maybe that's it. You know why he looked funny? Because I did not pull his arms out long enough. Look at those massive arms. Okay. Here is Mors in all his glory. And then now that we pulled those arms out, look at that bicep swivel. That's awesome. He's got big old bicep curl. That looks terrific. He's got wrist swivel. He's got each individual finger in his hand. He's got 3 fingers per his design, but each finger has its own curl, and it can spread out, which I really, really like for big hands to be able to do. His little hands in here are on swivel joints that they can go all the way around. They've got their own curl. The hands themselves are on ball joints. The little hands don't have individualized fingers, but I don't think they need it. We can kick all the way forward on his legs. We can kick almost all the way back. His knees are double jointed per transformation. He doesn't have like complete ankle tilt, but you can get his feet where they need to be. And yeah, Kaon again is big and powerful looking, and I just love him, especially now that I've got his arms secured correctly. Being a Mastermind Creations figure, he does come with some extra bits. In the case of Mors here, he has fists instead of hands. I like the open hands, but they are on ball joints, so you could just pop them out and put these in if you want. He does come with a little comic in his instructions and his little instruction card, which is neat. Yeah, he just makes me really, really happy. Mors and Tesserus, I haven't been able to stop playing. I love the design. I love the implementation. He feels rock solid and heavy. He feels like a premium toy, which he is. I really like that I can extend his arms out so he can give himself a high five whenever he says something funny. I just like that. I love his hand articulation. I can't stop gushing about this guy. The Mastermind Creations knocked the Decepticon Justice Division out of the park, and Mors is a great example of that. So again, highly, highly recommend him. For his original price point, which I think was a little less than $200, I think, like, yeah, he's an expensive figure, but he looks amazing, and he feels really good in hand, and he's not frustrating to transform. Mors and Tortor, or Helix and Tesserus, I was able to transform both of them without needing the instructions. I love the playability they have for what are ostensibly Masterpiece figures. I mean, they're not like, you know, Masterpiece G1 or whatever, but to me, this is what a Masterpiece figure should look and feel like. And I think that Mastermind Creations did such an amazing job with him. So easy recommendation. If you're a fan of the Decepticon Justice Division, you owe it to yourself to find a copy because he is wonderful. And like I said, I'm not doing a comparison yet with the other DJD. I'm going to wait for my Tesserus video next week, and then I'll show them all lined up. And that is it for today. Thanks everyone for watching. The DJD are amazing, and I'm so glad I have them all in hand. And I'll catch you all next week. Have a great day, everyone.